Welcome back. In this particular episode, we're going to look at a video example of some of the pitfalls that can be experienced during a relationship. We're going to look at both sides of this thing. There's some wrong that's on the side of the man, there's some wrong that's on the side of the woman. And these wrongs combined create a totally egregious situation that many of you will not agree with. And I can understand. So let's get into the video and let's find out what I'm talking about.
She said no to my marriage proposal. Yep, I'm a sucker.
Open them.
That's my car. That's my car.
Yep.
Look at her rims, though. Look at her rims. This my car.
Yep.
Girl.
Yep. Yep.
Can I start recording now? How are you supposed to
Where the paperwork going? Where's the paperwork?
in the glove compartment?
Wow. As I mentioned now, it's kind of difficult to watch. As a little background, I want you to know that this particular individual, this man that was seen in the video, he proposed to this lady. The lady refused his proposal and left him in tears. So evidently the gentleman is very invested in the relationship because otherwise he wouldn't have proposed to the lady. But now let's look at some of the nuances that you see in the video. Some things that you see, some things that you don't. One of the first things I noticed in the video was, and I was looking for it to make sure that it was there, the lady that's the recipient of this vehicle never says thank you. Through the whole video, through the whole 59 seconds that this happens, she never once thanks the man for this particular vehicle. This is a major purchase. She never thanks him. And then you see that rolls into my second point. When she's able to gain access to the vehicle, her first thing that she says is, her first question, where is the paperwork? Why does she mention this? Evidently, she wants to know where the paperwork is so she can see whose name is on the vehicle. Because if her name is the only name on the vehicle, when they break up and go their separate ways, she can keep the vehicle because her name is on it as the owner. So we're seeing some things that could be looked upon as negative. They could be cautionary. And that's something that we really want to pick up on in these kind of situations. So there are points to avoid. Now, what about the gentleman? If I were to say that this particular gentleman was being manipulated, that would be partly true. But it would most definitely be disingenuous. And I say that because this man is entering into this situation knowingly. She has already refused his marriage proposal, which tells me that she's not interested in a long-term relationship with this gentleman. And if she's not interested in a long-term relationship, why are you making major purchases? That's on him. And then the next thing, when purchasing a vehicle and you're purchasing a vehicle for an individual that you're in a relationship with, it would be better that you make major purchases of this sort if you have reassurances that there is going to be a future for you all. Because if you don't, when you look back on that purchase, you're going to regret it. And I think that's what he's going to do later on. He's going to regret this purchase that he has made. Because I really don't think that this lady is interested in pursuing a long-term relationship with him. And no matter what he buys her, no matter what gifts he brings, no matter how large the gifts are, it's not going to convince her to make him a permanent part of her life. Now, what are my final thoughts? This, I want you to take notice of. This is the recipe. This is the formula. This is what you would look at as the prototype of what leads an individual into red pill rage. Because of the way that he's carrying himself, because of the resources that he's expending when he finally clears up, when he wakes up from this coma that he's in. He's going to look back over all of the decisions that he have made, and he's going to blame those decisions or the outcome of those decisions on the women that he is involved with. Red pill rage. Because now in each one of the circumstances that he finds himself in, he is a willing participant. So we can't say that he was manipulated if he entered into this situation willingly. She made her thoughts known by her actions. She decided not to marry him. So she's telling him right there that that's not what she wants. And if that's not what she wants and the two goals don't line up, then what's wrong with just going your separate ways to find someone that does align with the goals that you have? The only thing that can result from a situation where someone else is getting everything that they want and you're not getting the things that you need is frustration and anger. And eventually that frustration and anger is going to have to find a way to be expressed. And when it is expressed, there will be a shame on both ends because this could have been prevented. This is a situation that did not have to end up the way that it did, but I hold the gentleman responsible for this particular clip. Because if she didn't want to have a relationship that would be long-term with this particular gentleman, he should not have been making major purchases. Those are my thoughts. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, be easy.